Okay, this is part 3 in a series. There might be many parts to this because I am going over to have a farewell dinner with a friend of mine, actually a very special friend. She's actually my ex, but I think it'd be nice to say goodbye and just have a good chat and talk about the good times and the bad times, and yeah, just a last meeting, at least for now. Who knows, I might see her again in the future one day, but she's leaving Hong Kong. She's going home to China, Sichuan, and then she's going to go to Texas to study a PhD, so quite an exciting course for her. So we are going to this place here, Peng Chau on the ferry, the Hong Kong KF. I guess it's the Hong Kong King Ferry, or I don't know, something that starts with K. Hong Kong Quick Ferry? It doesn't really start with K, but sometimes they spell it wrong, like Nesquik. Yeah, so I'm gonna manage my audio here. Okay, so yeah, this left side of this ferry pier 6 goes to Peng Chau, one of the outlying islands of Hong Kong. And I've got about 10 minutes before it departs, so since I've got a little bit of time and a bit of time to burn, I'm going to actually show you around this this ferry pier. We are actually in the middle of a restricted time, COVID restriction, so you're not allowed to have more than 2 people out at the same time. Families, more than 2 houses can't meet, so you can meet someone from another house, like another family, and you can meet anyone else that's from the same house, but that's the limit. You can't have friends from everywhere gather because there's a very, very contagious virus going around. It's actually the variant called Omicron. It's very contagious, but it's also very mild. But it is very contagious, and people can die from it, and do die from it. So the policy in Hong Kong is to have 0 spread. Like, we're going to have not a single case. The problem is that there's I think 6,000 yesterday. I don't know how many today. Probably like 8,000 now, and that's only cases that have been found. Like, there's a lot of people that have got it and they don't know, and they're asymptomatic, and they haven't been tested, so no one knows. They're the cases people don't know about. But a lot of the virus going around, so they're trying to restrict it and slow down the spread again, and hopefully save lives, but it does come at a cost. It's always a balance. So shutting down the society and businesses, and you know, I don't have much work on because I'm kind of rely on events to be happening and things to be going on to do my photography, and I wouldn't be allowed to film anything with more than 2 people out, so a lot of things you can't do at the moment. But you know, that's what the government has decided is best, and who am I to complain? I mean, they're very wise government of Hong Kong and the leadership that people have put in charge. Yes. Anyway, I think it's time to board. I want to get there a little bit early so I don't miss it. So let's get back there. By the way, that tall building is the one Batman jumped off in The Dark Knight. IFC. But anyway, we're not talking about IFC. We're talking about the ferry. So Peng Chau. It means like a flat island. Peng means Peng Chau. Peng means flat in Cantonese. Also, there's some food that you can bring too. I got my own food. I'm gonna bring a feast, but you can get like a lot of traditional Hong Kong snacks, like fish balls and sausages and that kind of stuff. A lot of things are kind of closed at the moment. I guess not that many people are traveling right now, so yeah, everything's a little quiet. In fact, the last ferry in the second part of this video that I just got on. It was like so empty. Okay, here we have another octopus gateway. It's the Hong Kong travel electronic money. And this ferry is going to cost $15.50, much more than the last one. The last one was like $3 something. But it is also the fast ferry. See that? The fast ferry? There's a slow ferry and a fast ferry. This one only takes like 15 minutes to get there. It's going to sail in 5 minutes, so I better get my ass on this ship. Can I say ass? I guess I can. Oh, yes, please. Oh, what? I'm so stupid. Octopus. That's like not octopus. What's that one? Mediocre. Huh?
Monthly ticket.
Oh, monthly ticket. So if you take this, don't take the left one, because that's for people that live on the island and have a monthly ticket, and it's a different price. My one is a whopping $15 or something like that. I guess they pay less because because they probably live there and then travel to Central to work. It's quite a nice little trip. You can live in a completely completely different place, but just take the ferry back to work, and it's not that far. You just walk over the bridge to Central. And here we go. So gates are opened. Everyone's getting on. I still got 5 minutes, but I always get this feeling that you have to rush when you get onto like a boat or a plane, because you don't want to miss a plane. I've never missed a plane, but people have, and depending on the airline and the policy, they might not give you another ticket. You might just have to buy another ticket. It's going to cost you like thousands of dollars, and it's not. You don't want to just throw away $1,000 because you're 5 minutes late. So anytime I go on gates and stuff, I always feel a little bit of a rush, you know, being a bit nervous. But anyway, here we go. It's a very nice little entrance, and very bright. I guess they are safety conscious here. And here is the ferry. This area here is to put your bags and stuff. It's quite a lot of space. We're probably traveling at a time that's not that busy. This is the lower deck. You can have a look at that. It looks quite nice, the seats. Quite different to the last one. It's like a completely different company. The Hong Kong KF and Star Ferry, different companies, so different operators, different ship as well. This is quite modern. The other one was all made of wood and stuff. A lot of plastic and white materials on this one. I'm gonna head upstairs. It's actually an outdoor area, which I might go, because it'd be a bit noisier out there and I can probably disturb less people. Yeah, there definitely is an outdoor area. Oh, this is the fast one. Last time I wasn't on the fast one. And the slow one's a little bit bigger. And it has tables to eat, which is quite comfortable. And this one, I believe I can get out here. It's going to be quite windy though. Here we are in the outdoor area. Right, camera's pointing this way. I'm gonna see if I can get myself right to the back so I can stick the camera out and also not annoy anyone too much. Well, it's a big boat. You can sit anywhere you like, so if I'm too annoying, they can always move. Yeah, try to be a good blogger and not to be too intrusive. Okay, here we go. Let's check the camera's still recording again. And the battery's going to run out soon, so you know what, I'm going to cut the camera here but then continue, because last time it didn't end the file properly and had trouble syncing it. So I think since I've done a whole 10 minutes, I might just cut it now, and then if I can't recover the next video, then at least you get this part. Oh, and the camera's pointing the wrong way. Oh, it should be like that. Then you can see my face. But then you can also turn it around, so yeah, it's kind of depends where you move the view. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna do a quick cut and then come right back. Okay, and we're back. And if you're seeing this, that means I was able to somehow not run out of batteries or continue like rendering the file properly, because this camera does have issues. I'm going to stick the camera out so you can have a look at our surroundings. And we are on the way to Peng Chau. Oh, and this camera is actually quite light, and it's quite good that I can just hold it one hand with the excuse me, relatively short selfie stick, and also get you know, a pretty good view, like that's far away from me. Wow, it's 8 o'clock right now, so actually you should be able to see a kind of a lame laser show happening like any moment. Or actually I just saw a laser go off, so it's happening now. But at 8 o'clock every night there's a laser show in Hong Kong that's actually quite lame. But yeah, it's kind of, they've been doing it for years. I mean, green lasers used to cost thousands, and now you can buy one for like $2. But they still haven't really upgraded. I mean, I think they should upgrade their lasers or something. Do something a bit, you know, go on Taobao and buy some better lasers and shine them around. Because the ones I have that are green are kind of seen that, done that, and can buy your own one. So not as impressive as it used to be, but I guess it takes a lot of money to set this up, and you got to go through standards, and there's a setup. So I guess it's a lot of work, and maybe they can just do something else. I think drone displays are the next thing. All right, let me just manage this camera a bit. It's a bit long, the stick. And the audio, okay. And we're off. We're on to Peng Chau. Now I don't actually have enough battery power, and I can see it's blinking now too. So I do think that this is not going to be a complete journey. It might end pretty soon, and you just see me on the ferry. It's not the most compelling video, but then again, this is not trying to be the most compelling channel either on YouTube. It's also just me trying to practice blogging. I keep saying that because most people are already turned off and unliked by at this point, which is fine. And actually, I actually had this whole month I've had one less subscriber. So the whole month someone has finally subscribed, and my total net subscribers is actually -1. No one's actually subscribed for a while. In fact, the last 2 people that subscribed, I actually bumped into them as I was filming, and they said, "Oh, what channel is it? I'll subscribe." No one actually finds this on YouTube, probably because it's like YouTube knows that this channel sucks, so it doesn't recommend it to anyone. And you kind of need that. You kind of need YouTube to recommend the channel for people to find it organically. Now this is going pretty quick. It's still recording, which is cool. Probably can't see much, but I'm going to extend the selfie stick. You're actually going at a relatively fast speed. You can see from the wake of the boat there. And if you look in the background, you can also see the lame laser show I was telling you about. But we're actually traveling a lot faster than we were in the Star Ferry. If the Star Ferry traveled at this speed, we'd cross the little harbour. You can actually see how wide it is here. We'd cross that in 30 seconds. Like, I'm not even joking. In 30 seconds, we'd be across Kowloon to Central if we travelled at this speed. But this ferry is actually going to go much further. Peng Chau, it's going to go to another island, quite far away. So it it does need to go a lot faster. Now I'm going to put on a jacket because it is getting a bit cold, but I also expect this camera to run out of battery any second, and then I'm probably not going to be able to even use this footage. It's kind of annoying. They shouldn't do it so the camera, when the battery dies, you lose your footage. That's what happened to me before. In fact, what I'll do is I'll cut it and start it again. That way I'll have the ending. So I'll do that right now. Okay, and I'm back. Put my jacket on, and if you see this, it means yeah, I was able to use this part of the video, because from this camera is when it runs out of battery, it doesn't write the end of the file, and you can't use the footage it recorded. It's happened to some Sony as well. Like when it crashes, you lose your file. It's really bad. They should just let you end the file somewhere so you at least have what you recorded up to. You shouldn't like run out of power and then you lose your entire what you've been filming. You might have been filming for like 3 hours, because this camera lets you film for 3 hours, and then oh no, you ran out of battery, can't use what you just filmed. You lost 3 hours of footage. You might have done a lot. Most people probably won't film for that long, but it's good to know that if you do, you can still use that footage and recover it. Just because the battery ran out doesn't mean you should delete the file or you can't use the file. It's kind of annoying. I don't know if Insta360 is better than that, but anyway, this camera is now discontinued. Garmin gave up on doing cameras, which is a bit unfortunate because the hardware is pretty good. Anyway, I'm in the back of the ferry. I'm in the open area, so it's a little bit cooler and the seats aren't as nice. So these seats can get a bit wet, I guess, because you might be able to get some chop, but actually we're actually pretty high up, so like maybe it rains here, or maybe you do get some water coming in from when it rains, and that's why these seats aren't as nice as the one inside, because they're nice and padded. Okay. Alright, and we're picking up a bit more speed too. This is going a bit fast. I hope you could see from the last, or about a couple of minutes ago when I showed the back of the boat, but we're kind of in more open waters now, so it's getting a bit quicker. And I'm actually getting quite hungry. Good thing I brought a lot of food. You can heat it up and it's going to be delicious. Alright, Peng Chau. We probably want to see where we're at, so let me get the map out.